everyone. How are you? Thanks for joining. I just wanted to do a quick garden tour. We have some stuff going on around here, so I just wanted to share it with you. We are now finally in April. We did get a little bit of a cold snap this weekend though, so it got to, like this morning was 47. And I know y'all are probably laughing, but here in Florida, we're in zone 9B by the Tampa Bay area. That's cold for us, especially in April. So hopefully that was our last cold snap, because I did have some stuff come up, and just hoping it doesn't get shocked or anything like that. So just wanted to quickly do a garden tour. Did you want to come along too? Yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay, bed one got, I've remulched everything. I redid the soils in the bed, put some more fertilizers down. But my beans are doing really well. We had a couple days of good rain. So in the front here, I have some dragon tongue beans. The middle, I have cranberry beans. And then back here are my sugar snap peas. That is an Everglades tomato volunteer. Some dill still in here. Cilantro's bolting. The flavor is not as good, so I'm kind of waiting for that to go to seed because I love that stuff, and I'll replant. My mint is actually jumping back. I have some corn sprouted, finally. Longevity spinach, which I love. I might have to move it. I can see it's kind of getting a little, not sure if that's burnt or, I'm not sure. I'll have to look up what that is. If you guys know, let me know. But I did put in a sugar baby watermelon. I seeded this. I seed them in these little cardboard, they're compostable. So it started to fall apart. So I went ahead and planted that. And I'm hoping either it trails up here or back behind. You know, it has kind of plenty of room to go around this heater here. The corn, I don't know why my corn wasn't really coming up great. And then of course I accidentally stepped on that one. Have some yellow, these are yellow pear tomatoes. I'm excited about. I planted a couple of those, some sage in here as well, in both of these pots. So those are doing good. Got my Everglades tomatoes over here. Been getting quite a bit of fruit off of them. I snack on these constantly. They are by far my favorite tomato. I know they're heavy producers, and they are starting to get a little bit of disease and stuff, but for the most part, they're really, really hardy. I had to cut these all way back. Oh, and this is my Kajari Melon. Got 2 of those going. Just planted these seedlings. This is a fabric pot, which I've never used before. I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm gonna try it out. All right, bed 2, not too much new going on in here. I've done the soil. I put some mulch down. I still have my Sylvia. I noticed I do have one bean standing here. The squirrels love these things, so they're not getting very far. I've got my Malabar Spinach, some Swiss chard. I still have some bok choy that's bolted. It looks pretty, so I'm kind of leaving that for now. My Swiss chard is doing really good. I've also got some mustard kale in here. More Malabar. This is a cauliflower that I had left over. The chickens got in. It's kind of popping back. We'll see. I never have luck with that here. Some more Sylvia. My strawberry tower. I put this thing on it because I'm trying to keep the squirrels and everything away. I am getting a few berries off of it. I've been mostly pulling them because these are my first year starts. What is it? What's going on? I was going to keeping my squirrels out of my beds. I'm a good boy. I've got some seascapes in here. I've got All Stars, which are definitely not my favorite. I think I expressed that to you guys before. I think that's what this one is. Down here I have more seascapes and more Ever Sweet. And that one's really blooming. Look at all those. Oh, there's one there. Cool. I haven't had any of these yet. I just kept pulling them and pulling them. I really wanted them to establish a good root system. Added them to the drip too. You can see Don't lie, my marigolds are still doing really well. I've got some mint in here, walking onions, and I don't know how well they'll walk because I have this bird netting on them. So rosemary here, some longevity spinach cuttings I put there. This is all kind of dead space right now because I had my beans here and my peas, and the squirrels took those right out of the ground. That was zero yield there. More carrots here. I'm probably going to plant a few more. It looks like they've kind of started eating the top of those. This is my Dakota Cava. I moved it here. I was reading in order to get better fruit on it, it's going to need a little bit more sun. So this gets a little bit of morning sun and a lot of shade. And it's also hooked to the drip. More longevity, rosemary. Then I tried to plant some holy basil here, but my girls got out, and this is like the first place I go. I'm not sure if many of you have chickens. I've tried to make like a little temporary area for them to come out. I feel so bad always leaving them in here. I kind of want to give them a change of scenery, but they just ruin everything. So the more and more people I hear that are gardeners with chickens, they just leave them in. I gotta just start leaving them in. Hey girls. Hi. You're starting to learn your feet are pretty good. Awesome. Okay, over here we have bush beans. These have been doing pretty good. I've been picking a lot off of these. So these are, I don't know. I've got a couple new seeds in here starting to try to succession plant. So yeah, they're doing okay. My blueberries are doing really good. Got 2 plants. This one was really attacked by these. Here's one right here. You guys know what these things are? I have no idea. They're like almost like slugs, and they push off this like red stuff. It's disgusting. I have researched. I have no idea what these things are, but they are all over this blueberry. Let me give them to my girls. Give them something to pick at. This blueberry bush is doing really well too. Any day now I should start getting these turning blue. I actually have covers for them because the birds, I know, are going to beat me to it. New Zealand spinach. This is supposed to do really well in our heat. I grew this from seed, obviously, so anxious to try that. Marigolds, some zinnias, and they're teeny tiny. And some basil popping up here in the middle. This is on my peach tree. I got this from Fast Growing Trees. This is a peach tree that does well in zone 9. And look, peach. Not too bad. I think there's just one. I thought I saw a couple more, but can't find them anymore. And then off to my pepper bed. I got some bell peppers seeded there. Got some seedling starts. This is what I'm talking about. They kind of start falling apart if they don't sprout enough and the water starts, you know, just taking a toll on those. So if they don't kind of do something, you almost have to seed them in. Pepper bed. Here is, they're starting to get quite a bit of buds on them. This is a Cubanelle, I believe. Yeah, this one's Cubanelle. This one's Poblano. I'm getting a lot of new growth on that one. This is my banana one. We're getting a lot of banana peppers. I've been picking quite a bit off of that. Another Poblano here. I think I have 2. That one is an Anaheim, and I do have a teeny one on there. That's really good, Anaheim Pepper. Serrano, we picked the heck out of this, and it's got a whole new set of buds. This is a Tabasco, which totally shot up. So I might cut this one off. There's like a couple here. I know you're supposed to cut them off. I don't know. I figure it's my fail-safe method. More walking onions. I'm probably going to plant some of these in here and on my tomato bed. And then I'm going to put a couple more peppers in here. I'll show you in a minute. And then some basil. And these are my jalapeno and my habanero. I'm sorry, cayenne. And this one's habanero. And neither one of these ever really did well, but look at this new growth. So I'll probably cut this back. Same with this, I'll probably cut this back. It's got some good new growth down there. and more walking onions in there. These are the peppers I'm probably going to transplant over there. They're jalapenos. I just don't take care of the soil over here enough. I've always just used this as a flower bed, and my palm tree hangs over the pool. So palm trees don't need like that great of soil. So I'll probably end up moving these jalapenos over to the pepper bed, or even over to my tomato bed. Right here we have a grapefruit, more marigolds, peppers. Down here, more peppers. Here's another one. We've been getting quite a bit of bell peppers off of these. A mandarin tree. More zinnias. Those have really popped up. Basil starting, and some onions. And then over here in the tomato bed, we have a ton. Peppers. These huge marigolds. I've cut these back so much. These tomatoes are getting ready to turn. Finally, there's a ton on these. I think this one's a black cherry. Super prolific. Cut these back constantly, and they're just ginormous. This one is a solemn black cherry tomato. This one is a blueberry tomato. Floridade. This is a Marconi pepper. Back here I have, oh, you can see the squirrels are in here. This one's gold berry tomato. Getting the white flies like crazy already. And that one back there I have is a chocolate striped tomato, but that looks like pepper plant to me. So I don't know if I put the wrong seeds in or not. More Swiss chard, oregano, and longevity spinach, like crazy. Got my lemon and lime tree. It's not doing too much right now. It had a bunch of blooms. I can see some more coming. So I think it's just kind of in a weird phase. And then the hydroponic, doing well with lettuces, except for the white flies. I just got this Jericho romaine lettuce. It's supposed to do really well in the heat, so I've got a couple of those started. Some eggplant backups. That's my chocolate striped tomato I started over again, in case that one over there is really not a chocolate striped tomato. More yellow pears. Borage, which you can see all the white flies on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're horrible. And then cucumber, which I don't even know if I'm gonna plant this because it's been hot, cold, and it just hasn't done well. Here's some more sage, also attracting a ton of white flies. I just use this neem oil, and I've been using this Captain Jack's Dead Bugs. Kind of sort of helping, not great. And then I also use these little yellow stickies, but we have so many lizards, and sometimes I get lizards stuck on them, which I hate. I have to put oil on them and peel them off, and I just feel bad for them. Kale, parsley, dill, and then got a lot of empty stuff going on right now because the white flies were all over this mixed green, so pulled all those, got rid of them, hoping to get the population back down. And I gotta start some new stuff. Got a kale volunteer there and there. Yeah. So overall, things looking pretty good. We only had one day of freeze here on Christmas, so we do have a really long extended garden season here. So yeah, things are doing pretty good. All of our lettuces and stuff are pretty much done, except for all my hot weather lettuces, my Swiss chard, my New Zealand spinach, that new Jericho stuff, the longevity spinach. I know there's more, but I can't think of them right this minute. I'm really hoping to get some tomatoes in before it gets super hot, and then they all start to die back. I'm hoping the Floridade does okay, and obviously the Everglades does fine. And I've got a few more tomatoes coming in because I've realized that I absolutely love yellow tomatoes. So I've got quite a few new ones coming in. A Sunburst, I believe, a Dr. Witchies, a couple other ones. So when those get in, I'll share them with you guys, plant some stuff up and see what we get. I generally stick with the smaller tomatoes here because it gets so hot and the pests get to them. You see, I already have such a horrible whitefly problem. I'm gonna have to try the soap and water trick, and then if worse comes to worse, I do have diatomaceous earth I can put down. I try not to use too many pesticides, but once I see the pests are really taking, you know, the life out of my plant, I kind of have to do something. But yeah, so we'll see. So happy spring to you all. Happy Easter. I know Easter's coming up, and growing season. So it's really cool to be back and having the sun back up and the blue skies and just the beautiful part of spring. So good luck. Please leave me any questions in the comments, and your gardening as well. If you have videos, I would love to see them. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.